Hello everyone, and welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies. Hooray, green run. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And this little video is a response, well, you guys didn't ask for it, but it's a self-appointed response to the previous video I did in Origin stating that the new Exo Zombies is pointless, stupid, a dumb gimmick, and shouldn't exist. Well, lo and behold, I've had time to watch gameplay videos, gameplay videos, let's plays, and da-da-da-da-da of it. So now, we'll grab that. So now, it's time for me to clarify some positions. And the first position I'd like to claim is, I was absolutely 100% correct in all of my statements in my previous video. Haha, you thought I was going to change my mind. No, I still honestly believe that it's just a gimmicky sort of thing. It wasn't as watching gameplay videos though, however, it wasn't as over cluttered as I seriously thought it was going to be, but it's still a bit too cluttered for what I would view to be a good zombies map. Okay, first thing I'd like to say, the exosuit does actually look pretty sweet. And the ability to double jump and glide around the map, and the idea of it, your perks actually being upgrades for your suit, does fit in rather well. However, the fact that the enemies have exosuits and the electric EMP zombies that disable your suit, and the acid zombies that force you to, run and decontaminate yourself, is just pointless clutter. As I've always stated, the core of a good zombies map is for the purpose to be run around, kill zombies, that's it. It's why I love the open-ended level and ideas of World at War and the original Black Ops, and I never liked the over-cluttered mess that Black Ops 2 ended up becoming. And this exosuit zombies, in my honest opinion, just looks like them trying to cash grab everyone's love of zombies by putting more gimmicks onto a good idea and making it more cluttered. But it does look pretty sweet, and I could imagine that, from the gameplay trailers and, from the gameplay and let's plays I've seen, it does actually look pretty sweet. I mean, I imagine if you've been brought up on Black Ops 2 Zombies, you know what you're doing and you're pretty honed with the skills, it would probably be a lot of fun. But for a zombie, a purist, traditionalist, one of the two, like me, it just doesn't look very good. I'm sorry guys, I know, probably watching the first video and immediately going, oh god, you're just a skeptic who wants them to, redo World at War, which they are, incidentally. And I'll talk about that in a second. Want them just to bring back the World at War zombies, except remastered with a classic, theme and all the original weapons. And yes, congratulations, keen observer, that is exactly what I want. However, I do not think they're going to be doing that anytime soon. So, yes. Back on to other business. Yes, I saw the announcement for Call of Duty World at War 2, which could be interesting in my honest opinion. I mean, it's been a long time since we've done a good World War 2 game, and I think to get back into the unambiguous, I should say, murdering Nazis and Japanese soldiers because they're evil and a bunch of dicks, as the Allies, is actually a really nice idea, and I'm glad they're going back to it. I do hope they don't bugger it up too much, but I have faith in Treyarch, so we'll see where it goes. What I'd love them for them to do, and they're not going to, but I'd love them to do some of the more unexplored locales. Like, I'd love the campaign to be split into two parts, exactly like World at War. One part, I'd love to see you as the British Army fighting the Japanese in Burma, because A, it's the forgotten front of the Second World War, not many people know about it, and I think it would make for some interesting jungle fighting, gameplay, and just generally exciting, interesting campaign. Man, I'm rubbish today. And the second, I'd like it to juggle between them and maybe if you want to do another forgotten front, the Italian front, Maybe the Americans fighting in Italy. That would be an interesting one. Fight the Germans. Ooh. Would be a nice idea for a little front to do, I imagine. It's they're probably not going to do that. I imagine they will do Americans in the Pacific, but it will be like early war or Guadalcanal or something. And they will do either the Americans or the Russians in early war as well. And they'll completely forget about the British because, you know, Treyarch seemed to have this magic idea that the only people fighting in World War II were the bloody Americans and the Russians, but I got the feeling they grudgingly put in the Russian campaign as opposed to actually wanting to do it. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's been announced, and I reckon that's actually probably, I wouldn't say looking forward to it, but more anticipating it than most games at the moment. So yeah, this should be interesting. I guess you probably already figured this out a little while ago, but I should talk briefly about the video. This is headshots only on survival in town. I like to do headshots only, because A, it gives the idea of a zombie, you know, an actual zombie sort of scenario, which I quite like, and it makes it tense, and you actually have to focus on your aim, which is good, and it makes it naturally tense. And it's just a nice little mechanic that I don't think too many people play on because it's quite specialist and quite annoying. Also, if you haven't noticed, I've turned off the box and perks as well. So the only weapons I'm going to be able to use are the M14 and the MP5. And there will be no revives or no respawns. So it actually makes it a nice tense sort of map. Well, tense sort of gameplay, which I quite like for some reason. I don't know why. I know I'm one about, I wouldn't say dumbing it down, but keeping zombies simple. But for some reason, against all odds, headshots only mode is actually something I quite enjoy. But then again, I am a bit weird. So, you know, take that with a bucket of salt. And maybe a bucket of gravel to wash the salt down with. Alright. Oh yes. Die, asshole. Nice. Alright, well, what have we gone over? Exo Zombies still doesn't save the franchise. It looks interesting, but still is pointless clutter. World at War 2's coming out. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Anything else? I think that's everything I majorly wanted to talk about for this. So let's just pad out the link for some other stuff. And there is actually something not zombies game related. Fuck, I'm gonna redo that. Damn it. Oh, there was one behind me. I thought it was just walking in the lava. Damn. There is actually something zombies related, not game related, just zombies related I'd like to talk about, because I was saving this for a podcast, and I will reiterate it if I get some friends and I can get someone to counterpoint me. But have you seen anyone around here? Let's change the map to this one. No, keep it original, disabled, enabled, disabled, start map. Nice. Has anyone seen the movie World War Z? If you have, then you have my sympathies. But I wanted to talk about that just because there's something I wanted to get off my chest about it. I hate the message it sends. It sends a silent little message that you have to pay attention to, and it pisses me off. I'm not normally a supporter of militant feminist bitches that irritate me and tell me that just because I'm checking them out and think they have really nice tits that I should be ashamed of myself. But there's a little bit of a anti-woman message in World War Z. Well, there is in my opinion that I'd like to talk about. The message is that according to the film, the downfall of society is entirely caused by women. I'll let you sink that message in for a second, but it is. Seriously, it's awful and I fucking hate it. Okay, let me explain. First off, when they're going through the office complex, spoilers I suppose, if you don't want to hear them, just stick your head in the bucket of lead-based paint for a little while. Right, they're going through the office complex, and the wife of the Brad Pitt, you know, makes a little noise and it alerts the zombies and they all run up the stairs and oh god, and the kid has to save them and quick they get into the helicopter and escape, right? It's caused by the wife, you know, going off, and it's garbage. The next thing that happens, right? They're in South Korea, visiting those badass SAS guys, or not SAS, those badass Special Forces guys. Okay, they get the intel they want, and they're about to leave, and they're refueling up the plane. Okay, and then guess what? The wife rings Brad Pitt on the sat phone, alerting the zombies, which results in the deaths of many innocent, well, not innocent, well, yes, results in the death of many innocent people, a lot of soldiers, and the badass, super cool Special Forces captain who ends up putting a 1911 round in his own head. And it's all because of that bitch was worried about her husband and had to ring him up on their sat phone. Which is just stating, basically, in my head, that women are the downfall of all good, decent, hard-working people. And that's just crap on so many levels. And if you think this message, you know, isn't bad enough because of that, the state of Israel. Israel falls. The entire country falls to zombies because that stupid woman sings a song on a microphone and alerts all the zombies so they climb over the wall. The entire state of Israel apparently gets destroyed by a woman. What the fuck is up with that? It's just messed up on so many levels. And not many people see it. They just think I'm, you know, imagining it. But it's there. All the writing is there. Okay, and when they get to... Spoiler alert again. When they get to that stupid disease control CDC or whatever the hell it is, base in Britain to get their hands on a sample of zombie or an illegal disease so they can, you know, cure themselves and make that stupid zombies camouflage that's completely fucking pointless. Right? They're sneaking through, all silent and fine enough, and they're about, you know, they're about to be alerted. And guess what? The Israeli army soldier, a woman, okay, fires her gun, alerting all of the zombies and forcing Brad Pitt to be trapped inside that room with the zombie about to eat him. Again, a woman nearly causes the death of the main protagonist and causes the deaths of countless of innocent people. Now, don't make it be bad against her, because in my honest opinion, that female Israeli army soldier, is probably the best character in that movie. Seriously. She's my favorite character in the movie, and even they make her, you know, cause the downfall of society. It's just awful. It's bad. And as I've said before, I'm not one to support feminists and militant feminists and all the, oh, men are bad sort of routine. But it's shit like that that makes me understand what they have a problem with. So yeah, rewatch the movie if you know it. Or I'd rather you didn't, because it's an awful movie. But you rewatch the movie, look at it again from what I've just told you, and then write in the comments what you think. Because I honestly believe that's what they're going for, and it's bad. And it just shouldn't be allowed. Damn, my shotgun's not doing well. So yeah, and while I'm rocking on about World War Z, let me say they take a really good, interesting idea for a book, you know, an oral history of the zombie war with so many badass cool moments. I mean, the Battle of Hope, New Mexico, and all these interesting ideas, and, you know, fighting under the streets of Paris, and then shit on it with a boring, generic plot and unlikable, annoying characters, and Brad Pitt's supposed Mary Suisms to top us off. Yeah, if they'd actually done a documentary style thing about the zombie war, which cuts to certain points during it, that would be really cool. But instead they make it a generic, boring action movie that's just ugh to behold. So yeah, if you want to know about World War Z, read the book. It's a decent book. I would highly recommend it, and I wouldn't recommend you watching the movie, except to go on and state your opinion about the anti-woman message that I believe it contains. So yeah, that's the other major thing I wanted to narc on about, so let's just keep inventing topics until we die. One topic I'd like to just quickly bro up on is, I think the MP5 is probably one of my favourite submachine guns. The original MP5, not the bastardized versions that they end up making. It's just a really nice, detailed little SMG, and I quite enjoy it. And it's always well represented in games, I must admit, which is another surprising little thing. Alright, what else do we want to do? Yep. Ooh, and... So I must admit, in headshot only mode, forget shotguns. Shotguns, melee, and sniper rifles, ignore. The only weapons you want are semi-automatic rifles, FNFAL, M14, etc. And I would say a SMG or a nice little rapid-fire assault rifle to deal out with any, major infestations you got. Oh, damn it, I'm not going well here. Aha. Yes. Outran them. Alright, whoa. Yeah, so if you're doing headshots only, a semi-automatic rifle and an SMG. And that's all you really need to know for that. And we're gonna die here. Oh yes, incidentally, just because I know I'm about to die, because I stupidly ran into this corner. Haha! Damn it. The FNFL is actually probably one of my favourite weapons of zombies, and everyone hates it, and I never understand why. Okay, well, I think that's the end of the video. Let's summarise. Exo Zombies, not really that great, but looks interesting. World at War 2, if done well, would be a really great game. Not high hopes though. World War Z is anti-woman and really awful, and you need to watch it and see it again from a different perspective. And the MP5 and FNFAL are amongst my favourite weapons of zombies. Awesome! Great! We've solved all the world's problems in the space of a 17-minute video. So yes, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for listening to my bullshit rants for a little while. And I will see you all again another time.